What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 news video. Obviously, the This Week at Bungie post has dropped. It is May 31st of 2018. Obviously, tomorrow is June, so this is the end of May, which is pretty awesome. I'm definitely excited for the summer, but I'm definitely even more excited for what's inside this Bungie post right now. So let's just dive right into it and see what we got. So obviously, we talked about the development roadmap. We've seen what we're going to get in the near future, especially with faction rallies and the things coming to Destiny 2 Year 2. What's really cool is that they're actually going to have the Year 2 reveal of Destiny 2 Tuesday, June 5th, 9 a.m. Pacific, which is 12 p.m. Eastern time, I'm pretty sure, on the twitch.tv/Bungie. So they're going to be live streaming what we're going to be getting into. Obviously, if you really paid attention to the last cutscene of the original Destiny 2 campaign, the light touches what we're going to be doing, right? So the first thing it touches is Mercury, Curse of Osiris, duh. Second thing it touches is Mars. We deal with Rasputin and all that great jazz. Third thing it touches is the Reef. So everybody's speculating that, well, there's been a bunch of stuff that's going to be called the Comet expansion. We're going to be dealing with the Awoken. Obviously, in Warmind, there's actually a scannable where you get to talk about the Queen's brother, Prince Aldrin, which is pretty cool. So hopefully you get to see some new stuff when it comes to that. Bungie actually had their second versus stream against the... Bungie had their second versus stream against the developers of Warmind, or the helpers of the developers of Warmind, Vicarious Visions. Bungie actually came out on top, which is pretty cool. They say they're going to face them in the future. And yeah, I remember I watched the Destiny Community Podcast one. I haven't really watched that one. I need to go back and just watch it for fun if I'm just like sitting around doing nothing. But this next section, Return of the Rally. So obviously you can tell Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, and New Monarchy are getting some reworks to their aesthetic and what they're going to be looking like, which is pretty cool. So obviously, let's just move into this stuff. So pledging to a faction should be a meaningful choice. I totally agree. Players may now only pledge to one faction per account during a faction rallies event. Reputation progress is retained through multiple events and will not be reset during the season, even if a player changes allegiance. Each faction offers unique rewards, such as exotic armor ornaments or masterwork catalysts for exotic weapons. We're planning to host three faction rally events over the course of Season 3. So players may now only pledge to one faction per account. So it's not per character. So if you pledge Dead Orbit, you can only pledge Dead Orbit. So essentially, you're getting three new masterwork catalysts, right? Graviton Lance, Sunshot, and Sweet Business. So let's go over the first one, Graviton Lance. That is going to be the one where you have to pledge a Dead Orbit to get this thing. It says, pledge to people of the Exodus, and that automatically translates to Dead Orbit immediately right there. Second one, Sunshot, actually transfers to Future War Cult, so you have to get this thing through them. It says you have to pledge to somebody that does something with war. Obviously, Future War Cult, it kind of goes into it. And obviously, Sweet Business, since there's only one more faction, it is New Monarchy. So if you want the Sweet Business exotic catalyst, all you have to do is pledge a New Monarchy, which is pretty awesome. So we'll also be offering some exotic ornaments as well. So Dead Orbit will be offering the Eye of Another World ornament, which we'll be able to see down below. But New Monarchy will offer the Crest of Alpha Loopy ornament, and Future War Cult will offer the Knucklehead Radar ornament. So we'll be able to see some stuff. So seasonal vendor progress, each faction now features ranks which players can reach by earning faction tokens. Faction rank up rewards will continue to grant legendary armor and weapons past rank 30. But obviously it's going to be like every other weapon system where the more stuff you turn in, obviously the higher you're going to be able to progress. You won't be able to get any of the new weapons or ornaments from the packages themselves, but by ranking up, you should be able to reach these fairly easily. So check out Dead Orbit real quick right here. Obviously, you can tell that they have the logo right here. And, well, we're starting at the top left, by the way. So there's the new logo, there's a sniper rifle, ship, hand cannon, the Eye of Another World ornament. You can actually see it on the Warlock right here. Graviton Lance, exotic catalyst, and then you have the new armor sets, what they're going to look like with their new ornaments. Obviously, with the changes to their aesthetics, they're going to be looking a lot different, and this is what the shaders are going to kind of entail as well when you pick them up. So I do like the Warlock Bond. It does look pretty sick. I do like the snake idea, like the serpent idea that they have on right now. It's pretty sick. But moving on, let's go to New Monarchy right here. So let's see. So it looks like we're getting a submachine gun, which is pretty awesome. So there's obviously another ship, pulse rifle, a chest piece, which is the Crest of Alpha Blue. You can actually see it actually comes with the New Monarchy emblem on it. Like, that's pretty cool. Obviously, you have the Sweet Business exotic catalyst, the New Monarchy emblem, and then the new armor sets that are going to be coming. I'm not going to lie. Again, I do like the Warlock helmet for this. I don't know why. I'm not gonna lie. This set is very interesting. Obviously, New Monarchy has like the whole night theme going on right here, like medieval time stuff. So this stuff, I kind of like it. I'm trying to figure out who I want to pledge to first. This is gonna be kind of hard. So lastly, let's go to Future War Cult right here. Obviously, we can check out the Future War Cult emblem right here. There's a pulse rifle, a sparrow, a rocket launcher, the Knucklehead Radar catalyst, and then the ornament, and then the Sunshot catalyst. And then these are new armor sets, nothing crazy. I do like the colors of purple and gold though. Personally, the purple and gold and red is ugly. But once you add just purple and gold to itself, it looks pretty awesome in my opinion. Personally, those are my school colors, so I think that's why I like it so much, and I think that's why I went with Future War Cult in the first place. Obviously, the gear, not a lot of huge changes, but aesthetically, I think it looks a lot better, especially with the shaders that are gonna be coming to it. It's gonna look a lot better in my opinion. So faction rallies are going to provide a unique gameplay experience. So we're going to be doing something new versus the old faction rallies, where faction rallies now features a renown system. So after pledge to a faction, players may earn renown by completing a public event or patrol, or by defeating high-value targets on destinations. Players who loot a lost sector with renown active will receive significantly more faction tokens than usual. The more stacks of renown they have, the more tokens they earn. Renown is lost when players are defeated by enemies, so be careful when you're attempting to loot a lost sector with high renown. So essentially, renown increases the level of challenge in gameplay. Health regeneration is vastly reduced, all stack levels. Basically, enemy kills have a chance to drop health orbs, all stack levels, and then player damage decrease scales with stack up to 5, and then incoming damage increase scales with stack up to 5. When renown is active, others around them can see which faction the player is pledged to. Obviously, you can see from this GIF, New Monarchy, Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, very unique. I don't know if it displays more the higher renown you have or whatever, but just a note, renown displays which faction a guardian is pledged to, but only from a third-person view. This functionality applies to all players. Obviously, faction rallies are still going to have their winning weapon offering. So as we can tell here, Dead Orbit is going to have what looks like a shotgun. New Monarchy looks like they're going to have a rocket launcher, and then Future War Cult is going to have a sidearm, an Omalon sidearm. So obviously, Omalon sidearms are really good. From what this shotgun looks like, this archetype is usually really good for shotguns in general. Obviously, I don't know anything about the rocket launcher other than a Suros one, but still, I think I might go Future War Cult or Dead Orbit this time around, depending, again, what the weapons are, depending on what aesthetic I'd like to rock, essentially. So that's pretty cool. Faction rallies will be available Tuesday, June 5th, which I think is this upcoming Tuesday. Through the following weekly reset, we'll continue to collect feedback once faction rallies are live and monitor the conversations. This next section talks about Crucible Labs actually dropped a video on the new mode that they're actually testing out called Showdown. Essentially, it's doubles, right? Except doubles is with 2 players. This is, well, they say double-double, so it's a 4v4, and whoever ends up having the most kills at the end of the round wins the round, and then there's like best 3 out of 5 rounds, essentially, and once you get to the final showdown, it's pure elimination, and there's a capture point. I am going more in depth of it in my other video, which you can go watch, which is pretty awesome. But there's been a lot of feedback about it, not a lot of positive feedback from what I'm hearing, just because people want something that's more objective-based versus just a team deathmatch mode, you know? So basically, I'm just going to read here what Bungie says. We're interested in any and all feedback that you may offer, but the most obvious things we'd like to hear are, what did you think of this mode? Was anything confusing? Did anything seem missing? Was there a map it played better / worse on? Were there spawning issues? Were the rounds too short or too long? Was there a weapon or other sandbox combination that affected the game in a negative way? Basically, if you have any feedback for that, definitely just post in the forums. They'll definitely read it and definitely improve upon the mode before they drop it. Next section goes over escalation protocol changes. So basically, these are the old light level values of what the bosses and the enemies used to be. These new values, so wave 1 through 3 is going to be 370, wave 4 and 5 is going to be 380, and then wave 6 and 7 is 385. Basically, I'm not going to go over everything in here. I'm just going to go over the things that I thought like were the main things. So obviously the reasons for this change, like, yeah, how they're making the change, that's cool and all if you want to read that sick, but these are the reasons. So we've been looking into our internal data while listening to all your feedback about escalation protocol since the launch of Warmind. Reading these stats, not as many players are attempting escalation protocol with a fire team of 3 as our designs intended, mostly because of how difficult wave 6 and 7 are. Tweaking the difficulty of wave 6 and 7 very quickly through power level changes is something we can do right away because of the server flags mentioned above, rather than waiting on a number of weeks to deliver a patch. By reducing the power levels of the latter waves, wow. We are intending to make escalation protocol more approachable for players who want to try the activity at 385 as a fire team of 3 with potential help from others in the world. Get 9 players into the same space will still be possible, but for those at or close to max level, it shouldn't feel as necessary as before. If anyone is worried that we're nerfing this activity into the ground, rest assured that it will still be a high difficult endgame experience. All the mechanics, timers, and enemy behaviors will remain unchanged, so you should still plan on bringing your best team gear and strategies to succeed in that game mode. Next section, turn the page. So tomorrow, issue 2 of Warmind is going to drop. Essentially, these are some comics that Bungie's actually made right now. So just basically follow their Twitter, stay on Bungie, I don't know, something like that. And if you want to read this, it will be available tomorrow. Obviously, we have the doc here. Obviously, there's some issues in 1.2.1 that definitely need to be fixed before faction rallies go live. But obviously, there's just some weapon things that are wrong, some adventures that are wrong. Nightfalls and Curse of Cyber Strikes aren't rewarding the exclusive rewards and whatnot, which is pretty weird. So there's obviously that stuff. Obviously, we have the movies of the week. If you want to go check those out, definitely go for it. But here's something that's really cool. So if you want a new emblem, basically, all you have to do is subscribe for email updates on Bungie.net. If you already have a Bungie.net account, which you should if you want to be able to access your character and whatnot through third-party apps, basically just like email yourself a validation right here, and you'll be able to get this emblem in-game, which is pretty sick. I'm assuming you can pick it up from the postmaster or something like that. But yeah, that seems to be it for the TWAB this week, guys. Obviously, I think the thing that I'm most excited about is the faction rallies and all the new stuff that's coming, and then obviously the year 2 reveal, which we're going to see stuff about the Reef. Super excited. Basically, after the Taken King in Destiny 1, which was like going to be, what, like 2-3 years ago, we never knew what happened to Prince Aldrin until just recently, and we haven't heard anything about the Queen, like, ever. So I'm hoping we'll be able to see some stuff on June 5th about this. We're coming to the end of the video, guys. So know how to support me. There'll be a link below. Say best way to support me. It'll take you to a 4-minute video. It's not Patreon or anything like that. I believe it's like a lot better than Patreon. I believe you guys get a lot more out of it than if I do Patreon. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, turn on the notification bell next to subscribe if you want to be updated whenever I drop some content on the channel, and then comment what you guys want to see below. Just like say, David, make this video, and I'll be like, hey, here's a video that you wanted. Boom, there you go. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'm making content for y'all. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.